subscribe. You got me mad now.
Hey, welcome back to Strong Men Card Podcast, two-man show. There's plenty to yell about, Roger. So, should we just get into the whole WWE thing?
Oh, dude.
WWE WrestleMania plans, the Saudi show, Blood Money Part 6, or whatever the fuck it's called.
You know what? I'm just happy that they're finally pushed. Like, Vince, he has so much faith in the younger guys that, you know, he has to put the belt on Goldberg. You know?
53 years old.
So, you have your hottest, arguably the hottest character in The Fiend.
Somehow still.
Yeah, you've established that he cannot be killed. Seth Rollins pretty much had to...
Daniel Bryan.
Well, I mean, Seth Rollins had to pretty much murder him in order to win. Daniel Bryan brought him out to, you know, the great fucking match. Goldberg gave him a suplex, and that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't even a jackhammer.
It was a suplex.
He was so blown up.
Yeah, it was a 3-minute match. So that's what you call a burial. Right?
There's no other way around it. Like, you can try to spin it as much as you can, and I've heard some podcasts try, but like I've also heard some podcasts just like completely, some podcasts completely just give up and just trying to do it. Like, I always make fun of Steven Larson because they're very spinny. Like, you know, they were for the ending of the Seth and Fiend Hell in a Cell. They, you know, we make fun of them because they're way too positive. Even they're like, there's no defending this shit. This is stupid.
I'm sorry.
A lot of, you know, JD go nuts. And, Sam Roberts defended it, but Sam Roberts is a
shill. So.
Sandy shit brick.
So, I'm sorry. There's no defending this.
To me, like, I'm so detached from WWE that I just laugh at this.
I laughed as well.
I just laugh. Like, I can see people losing their shit, and I laugh my ass off. I'm like, this is hilarious. You know, like, I'm so deep into, like, AEW and New Japan and you know, little stuff here and there. But WWE, I'm like, just NXT, I'll keep my eyes on. That's about it, man. Everything else, I get it through podcasts or highlights, even if I can sit through highlights. But it's mostly just like, oh, let's see what the dumbasses did this time. And, you know, and it's like, hey, they wanted to do comedy. They're doing comedy now. Yeah. It's fucking hilarious to me.
So the story going forward is that, Goldberg is going to, you know, well, now that we know that what the card is it's essentially the Fiend's going to take on John Cena. Okay. Goldberg is going to take on Roman. So
another Roman coronation.
So I guess they didn't want Roman to defeat the Fiend, and you know, essentially
they don't want the Fiend to defeat Roman.
Get him? Yeah. Well, I mean, people would have accepted that better than... No, Vince didn't want the Fiend to beat Roman.
I think if you would have built it up as a simple yet effective heel versus face, the Fiend losing at WrestleMania would have made total sense and nobody would have been that pissed.
You think
so? Dude, ultimate heel, ultimate babyface, you know how it's going to end. At least it makes sense. At least it's somebody who's current. You know what I mean? Like, if you built Roman Reigns, I think, yeah, some people were like, oh, Roman again. But at the same time, it's like, well, at least it's not fucking Goldberg. But I mean, like, at least it's somebody current. At least they build a storyline where the Fiend has to lose. Like, he's the bad guy. He has to lose. Roman, the good, super good guy, has to win. I would have been more satisfied with that than whatever the fuck is going on now. Like, really, what should have happened, I think, is Fiend wins, right? Beats Goldberg.
Yeah.
And then, you know, tomorrow or today or whatever, Goldberg would have came out and said, hey, you know, I tried my hardest. I couldn't beat him, blah, blah, blah. Hey, you know, props to him. He's the man.
He's the real deal.
He's the real deal, you know, and hey, you know, I'll be at WrestleMania, but I won't be in the ring. I'll be watching or whatever, right? Boom. Cena comes out. Says, oh, you're going to be at WrestleMania. You and me, baby. And I'm like, all right, I would be fine with that because that's a freak show match, but it's also like two big status guys. Like, okay, let them go at it. And then, you know, have Roman be like, okay, now I'm going to win the Elimination Chamber. Or like the Fiend somehow does the Elimination Chamber, like it's themed to him. Make it like a Stages of Hell kind of. You know what I mean?
Been great. Yeah.
Imagine that, like the Fiend kind of ruling what's going on in the Elimination Chamber, fucks with everybody, like almost like Saw, like he's Jigsaw, and you know what I mean? Like it's almost like a Chamber of Horrors, and freaking what's his name wins. Roman ends up winning. and it's like, okay, now you have a tangible storyline, and then now you have your fantasy match between Goldberg and Cena, and why was that so hard? Like, that's not that hard.
The potential, I mean, all the potential in the world was there in that match. Like, that's a great idea that you just threw in there.
Yeah.
They're making it a Fiend House of Horrors type of deal.
Yeah.
Perfect. But, Vince gets cold feet and oh, fuck, WrestleMania's coming. And the other thing is, they're going to have a deal with ESPN Plus. So they're going to charge for the fucking pay-per-view. Like full price,
like $80,
like close to. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. So cold feet, and he's like, "Well, I gotta bring Goldberg, gotta bring Cena, gotta bring fucking Lesnar."
That's what I'm saying. Like you should have just had Cena and Goldberg. Cena and Goldberg, legacy wise,
alone,
it's a way bigger fucking match than you know what I mean. Like just a fantasy, like I said, like Cena coming out and just being like, "No, you're gonna be at WrestleMania, Goldberg, Cena." Dream match, let's do this, and then everybody loses their shit because it's that kind of a match, you know what I mean? Like two legends going at it. Put it in the middle of the card. It doesn't need to be at the top. Just let them go out there and have fun, you know what I mean? Let them prod around. Cena's a pro enough to where he can carry Goldberg, you know what I mean? And then with Brock, whatever, that's a lost cause. But I think there was potential in the SmackDown side of them kind of recovering of the shitty year that they had, and they just what.
SmackDown.
Pritchard.
Of course.
Brother Love. So, yeah, I mean, there was, like I said, possibilities. I thought that would have been a cool thing to kind of make the Fiend be in charge of the chamber, the Elimination Chamber, kind of call it, you change it up. There's weapons, the lights go out, the lights go on, there's a new weapon in there. Like so many possibilities you could have done.
Just the lights go out and then, oh shit, there's weapons here.
Yeah, now there's weapons. Like, oh, what the fuck? Exactly.
Dude, oh my god.
Thing writes itself. It would have been so much fun. Like, it would have been so much fun. Like just,
minions, like
the Fiend pops up on the screen every now and again, or Bray Wyatt pops up like, oh, you guys got past this stage. Now let's see what happens now. Like
he brings out a big fucking dude. Just destroying everyone.
Yeah.
Again, it disappears.
Something.
Oh, okay. No, but that's too good of a fucking idea.
It is too good of an idea.
Dude. Goddamn. Jeez.
Thank
you. Dude. Jesus.
No JD can steal and call it.
Goddamn. That was a great fucking idea. So, by having obviously Roman's going to beat Goldberg. No shit. So that does that mean McIntyre is not winning the title?
Okay. So I was thinking about it this week, man. Like I just saw all I've been watching about McIntyre is like him talking.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything that he's done. I've seen a couple of the matches that he's done, but like just here and there, and like I'm hearing other podcasts talk about it. And I was telling my buddy at work, I'm like, I don't like what they're doing with him. He's like, what do you mean, man? Like he's gonna win. I'm like, dude, he's very. What makes me uncomfortable about everything that they're doing with him? Very cocky.
Yeah, and that's
very like the fans are on my side, and now he's playing to the fans, and he's being that guy. We hasn't won anything yet, and I was like, dude, and not like I'm not talking as a mark. I'm talking like as a build up. Like they're almost making it seem too easy that he's gonna go in there and win.
Yeah,
and we all know WWE. Swerve, Brock Lesnar wins again. That's why I'm getting uncomfortable because he's like, yeah, he's got people to count along with them, and he's beating up, people at random and shit, and just like, that's right, I'm gonna be, like getting super cocky. And I'm like, fuck, dude, they're gonna beat him. Yeah, they're gonna fucking beat him.
I don't think he's beating Lesnar.
I don't think so either.
So that sucks, but. Anyway, so that's a bummer because I like McIntyre.
He's ready,
and I mean,
they could still surprise us. You never know.
Yeah,
but like I said, like that's the only thing that kind of troubled me about is that he's very like too cocky, too kind of like The Rock, Steve Austin after when they're on that swing of momentum where you can tell they're feeling themselves and they're like, that's right, I'm untouchable right now, I'm on top of the world. And then but it's a different era where like that kind of guy gets beaten.
Yeah.
So
Vince, cynical bastard.
Yeah. So it's funny. I was listening to Meltzer talking about how Vince is kind of doing everything nowadays, especially relying too heavy on the old guys. He's like, this is what Vern was doing. We were talking about Vern Gagne.
Yeah.
Bringing back all the old wrestlers from the 60s and 70s into the 80s because he didn't know how to build new stars. Because he lost all his stars to Vince, and he didn't know how to build new stars. And he's like, this is what Bischoff was doing when he took all of Vince's guys, and he kept the smaller guys in the beginning
on top,
and then just booked all the other guys heavy. And it's like, damn, like it's the only difference is that WWE's got big money. behind them.
Yeah, they have billions of dollars.
Yeah. So the only thing that could affect that is if it's the ratings, it's the pay-per-view buys, you know? So
weren't they promising Fox like 3-4 million
viewers? 3 million viewers per, and the more sports-oriented shows.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown has been fucking terrible, so
this WrestleMania is a sleeper mania, huh?
I think so, yeah, and nothing about this mania is like larger than life or...
So many people canceled the network, man.
And it's so predictable.
Yep.
And we're also getting AJ versus Undertaker.
Oh yeah, Undertaker comes out and does his weird choke push. And
it's the Geezermania,
dude.
It's fucking. I
always heard about how much the Undertaker was a business guy and how much he loved the business and all this shit, right? And then he just comes out and beats new dudes all the time, and he won't go away. It's like, I'm guessing he didn't save that much money. I know he had a couple of divorces, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's paying a lot.
I think that takes over precedence of loving the business. You know, like the Taker that was sitting in gorilla position waiting to beat up Shawn Michaels if he didn't do the job.
Yeah.
For the business. That's not the Taker of today.
That's not that. This Taker's, I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah, Taker's like, yeah, whatever. You're losing your spot, kid. I need this million. I need this million for this 2-second match.
I just showed up in Saudi Arabia for 2 seconds. Thanks for the check. It's Geezermania.
Geezermania. Jesus. So yeah, I mean, it just sucked. It's fun to sit here and listen to people lose their shit over what happened. Like on our Twitter page, you retweeted or you fucking commented to Bully Ray, his stupid comment.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to JD from NY talk about that comment itself and going off about that, and I was thinking to myself, like, he's just one of those guys who's a defender of the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, outsiders.
Just take
I'm going to defend it. Shut up. Don't have an opinion. Take it and like it. And it's just, there's that aspect from the wrestler side, like Corbin going off about fans and Seth going off about fans, and at the same time telling you to buy the pay-per-view. But buy it, enjoy it, and don't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Spend your money, don't say, you know what I mean? Like
we're shelling out good money to watch, well, I mean, not so much WWE. But
but the people that do, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of around the world that pay good money to watch this. So when you come out and say, "Well, shut up and just enjoy it," well,
what?
Yeah, what message does that send? It's he has a whole "you're the outsider looking in," just you don't know what's going on type of mentality. And
you don't know the business.
You don't know the business like I do. And I'm like, oh well, your dumbass almost ruined a relationship with New Japan.
With your shitty booking.
With a stupid
sellout crowd at Madison Square Garden. It wasn't because of you, buddy. So fucking relax. I'm pretty sure because of Okada and Tanahashi.
The worst parts of that were the ROH parts.
Exactly. Like, yeah, I'm sure Naito had nothing to do with that. I'm sure people came to see you fucking picking up your shorts constantly. That's what it was. Yeah. Here to watch your, God bless your wife, man. I hope she's doing better. But, her crew aren't exactly they're not tearing it up. Lord. Yeah. So... those comments like that, it's just kind of like, this is one of those times where there's that explosion of you have the WWE side that's like, and whoever defends them is like, just shut up, don't have an opinion, just shut up and do like what we tell you to like, blah blah blah. And then you have the core fans who watch everything else, who know better, who know what's really going on, and voice their opinion. And then you have the people in the middle who are just want to be on WWE's side.
No matter what. Yeah.
And those are the ones that are kind of like, they're frustrating, but at the same time, it's laughable. Like, I laugh a lot of them because they'll sit there and they want to completely, like, it's just to be against something. It's like, oh, you like AEW? Well, I'm against that. Yeah. Just because I want to be against it.
You're like, it's something that's outside WWE? No, it's stupid. I don't like it. Like, have you watched it? No, but it's stupid.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, they're just flippy stuff. I'm like, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Have you seen NXT?
Like, what is NXT, bro?
NXT is the biggest indie company in the fucking world, dude. Like, they're the most indie of companies. Yeah. There's so much that they put themselves in a corner. Like, that's another thing we're gonna talk about right now. But just the division that's going on right now, and it seems to happen during every WrestleMania season. The division's going, except this time we got AEW.
Thank God.
You know what I mean? Okay, we'll get to that, but let's go to straight up to NXT. Okay. They seem to have hit a snag. Like. What do you think? I was talking about with my friends, like, oh, did you watch NXT this week? I'm like, I actually didn't. This is the first time I haven't watched it in a while. Why is this? I didn't think I was going to miss anything, and I didn't. I heard it was just kind of a sleeper show. So what do you think is their problem?
It feels very sterile. We've been conditioned for years to think this is the developmental product, and then overnight you kind of want to make it a third brand.
True.
And it's kind of hard to root for someone that we know is going to end up on main anyway. So, we are NXT. This is our house. I'm like, yeah, but wait till Vince wants you.
Yeah.
Then you're gone. So, the corner you were talking about, where they're kind of in a pickle now that they get so frustrated that they have to bring in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, in order to boost ratings, I guess.
I think they lost sight of what they wanted to be.
Yeah.
It's a home of up-and-coming people.
I think they worry more about
AEW.
They worry more about AEW than AEW worries about
for sure now.
NXT. And you can tell it because
yeah.
I don't think people were criticizing AEW. Oh, they keep bringing up WWE. They completely stopped bringing up WWE, and then they're just focusing on storylines. And but we'll get to AEW in a little bit. But NXT, their problem right now is too many same.
To me, it's like we said before, it was too predictable.
Okay.
And too many of the same people just kind of doing the same thing. Like, it's Gargano and Ciampa again.
But Freaky Friday.
Yeah. It's like I still don't care. I like Ciampa. I want to see him do his own thing. I kind of want to see him go back to heel. I don't like him as a face.
He's a better heel than their big face.
It's like I said, NXT is so indie that they put themselves in that corner where everybody is over as a face almost.
Yeah.
There's who's the heel? Like, Velveteen Dream is probably the closest thing to a heel, and he's not supposed to be a heel. Because, he's over here making harassing comments about, and that's another thing. I've never liked Velveteen Dream, and I think people are starting to see what I've been saying, that he's kind of a one-trick pony.
Okay.
He's like Black Ravishing Rick Rude. I'm like, okay, so what do you have past that? There really isn't much past that. Like, he cosplays at every big event. All right, big deal. Like, who are you? You know what I mean?
And he's not a ring general at all.
And he is young. That is true.
Okay,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
People who are better than him have pretty much directed their matches. So outside of that, I don't think he can. Does he have a ceiling? You think it's reached?
I think he's already. I think if he stays on this terrain, this character that he is now, currently, this incarnation of it, ceiling's already hit.
And he's fucked if he goes to main.
That's what I'm saying. If you put him in main now, 2 months, he's done.
Yeah, because Vince isn't going to get him.
Look what he did to the Street Profits.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to do...
No, worse. Look what he did to the Viking Raiders.
Alright, dude, I'm going to just say this out there. I'll probably get some shit for it. WWE does not know how to book cool black wrestlers. And I don't think very many companies do. It's tough. Because some of it can feel so forced so easily. You know what I mean? It's so easy. It's like it's a very tricky. Like when they did it with Kofi, people knew Kofi was entertaining and they knew how good he was. So when they started this, they took the focus off.
They're always gimmick
silly,
characters,
dancy black guy to like underdog black guy to where like, yeah, your status kept you down, but guess what? There's a little bit of race in there that also reason why it kept you down. So when you started coming up, people started that struggle. People love that struggle and overcoming that struggle.
The underdog.
And it goes past color lines, but it was a heavy focus because, I mean, look at all the reaction from the black wrestling community.
They loved it.
You know, and you felt for them. You're like, yeah, it's about fucking time we're with you guys. You know, and then so as an underdog, you can build that. That's easily, and they did it. They proved that they can do it. But as like cool, they made Street Profits annoying.
Yeah.
If Velveteen Dream's annoying. You know what I mean? Where's Naomi? You know, like it's a tough one to do, man. So for Velveteen Dream, I think he's a witty enough kid and a smart enough kid to where he should start tweaking his character a little bit. If it goes more towards a heel, cool, or more of a different type of face, different type of character, show a little bit of different elements to your character. Okay. It can still be safe because he's still young. But as far as right now, if he stays like this, it's not gonna last very long.
Yeah,
unfortunately for him.
Yeah, I think he's reaching his peak with this character, and I mean, he's like you said, he's Rick Rude.
Yeah, he's
essentially Rick Rude,
trying to steal people's wives, all of Rick Rude to Jake Snake Roberts. You know?
But other than that, I mean, what else does he bring to the table?
And then, so Charlotte put on a half-ass match with Bianca.
Jesus.
And everybody loves Bianca. That's another person I'm not really sold on, Bianca.
Yeah.
But I see why people love her, and I can see her being a star. I totally see that. And just because it ain't my cup of tea doesn't mean I don't think she has the possibility. She totally has a possibility of being a star. This is a big setback, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She got buried in NXT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She got buried in
her
NXT.
house.
Exactly. And by Charlotte, of course.
Fucking Charlotte.
Fucking blonde.
Dude, what are they trying to do with Charlotte? Like, what is this preference shit that I'm... like... I don't get it.
I don't know what to tell you, man. She's Flair. She's a Flair.
She's a Flair? Ric Flair had that much fucking pull?
I guess. They want to make her the best. They want to make her the best thing ever. And to me, like, what I wanted for WrestleMania was simple. I wanted them to keep this NXT thing going, but only to the women. Mm-hmm. So Bianca challenged Bayley, Ripley and Charlotte, and then Becky and Shayna. I figured that those are three. You tie up three things right there. Mm-hmm. The three horsewomen, because Sasha's whatever happened with her, and then the three chicks that are the top of NXT. Go out there, and then whatever happens. Just let them put on good matches.
Clinic.
Whoever wins. You know, whatever. That's fine, but at least they get that exposure. Yeah. And now you just gave three new women to your main roster that are good. Rebuild that women's division. Now you start over again because they took a shit on it this year, obviously. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, now you rebuild it with Bianca, Rhea, and Shayna Baszler. That's, you know, three chicks that are awesome. Yeah. Put one of them or two of them on SmackDown, one of them on... You know what I mean? Like, just, you can build off of that.
It'll work.
And then they totally didn't do it. So Charlotte's probably going to beat Rhea.
She's going to beat Rhea. And it's the AEW effect.
For sure.
They think Charlotte winning the championship, being the women's champion on NXT, it's going to boost their ratings somehow.
Because they actually lost viewers this week.
People don't like Charlotte.
It's too much.
People don't like Charlotte.
Corey Graves likes Charlotte. That's
fucking Liv Morgan's way more over than Charlotte, and Liv Morgan sucks.
Yeah.
I don't get the hype for Liv Morgan. I'm sorry.
I think she's hot.
She's hot. She took Scarlett Bordeaux's gimmick, but, you know, whatever.
She dick cut. Oof. Yeah, with her, there's kind of no going back with her, because she had her own little niche at first. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of like bratty kind of, you know, blue tongue chick. And it's like, all right, I understand you can only do that for so long, but people liked that, and they actually liked her. I mean, I liked her as that. I don't like her what she is now.
Personality, yeah, she had a great personality, and that's the Liv Morgan we loved back then. The Riot Squad Liv. This Liv is like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, because they completely buried the other. What's her name? I forgot her already.
The Viking girl.
Yeah. She's just lost in the shuffle, man. Poor girl. And she was actually doing, like, she was getting better. And then they just completely said, nah, we don't like you. You're not blonde. And Ruby Riott just came back and they were ready to be. I'm just like, man, you know what? This is what I want. I want Ruby Riott to have a rivalry with Asuka for no reason. Just because I want them to tear the house down. Yeah. Or Kairi Sane.
It's for my personal fucking... entertainment.
I mean, you got the pieces there. You just don't want to push them, and you know you keep trying to tell us that Becky's the coolest, and you sucked all the cool out of her. It's like that's what WWE does.
They make her obnoxious.
They suck all the cool out of everything. That's what I'm saying. Like even NXT, this is what we're talking about right now. They completely suck the cool out of NXT because it's the same thing every week almost. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I like Adam Cole, but like, so who's he fighting?
I don't think he pushes the needle.
I think Undisputed Era, if they kind of let them rule more NWO style kind of deal, let them be a little bit, you know, like I said, let them be a little bit cooler, but nothing's cool there anymore. And, you know, they took the titles away, which I understand. I'm guessing the next thing is they're either all going to main or they're just going to take certain ones, and I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Like NXT, everything's kind of a toss-up right now, so...
You can't get too invested in these guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Because they're going to end up on main.
That's true. It's like you can't love them too much because look what they did to Shinsuke and Finn, Samoa Joe, and you know Kevin Owens. I guess is probably the most successful.
Shining example of that. Yeah.
And even he, who knows what the hell's gonna happen with him?
But dude, it's so fucking crowded in there
that's another thing too.
I'm kind of baffled that Killer Kross went to NXT.
I think his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, sure was a major part in that, but it's just he's great. Because I know I've seen a lot of his matches on, through searching and whatnot. So, but will it because he's another big guy, bald big guy.
I think WWE has a good way of building interest. Keeping interest is a whole other
Keeping the
thing
interest,
for them.
yeah.
They can build an interest and be like, all right, we got this guy's coming, and get you intrigued and going, ooh, what's this? And then they bring it, and like 2 months later, they're like, oh, he's on main event. So
what happened to EC3? Like,
yeah,
that's the biggest fucking blunder is just not knowing what to do with EC3.
to me, the biggest blunder is Braun Strowman.
I mean, he had his.
He could have been, dude. He was the guy.
He was the guy for
a nice 2-3 months.
Why didn't they pull the trigger?
Because Roman can't be better. That was a time where you weren't allowed to be more over than Roman, and he was. And there's they had a guy build him up from the bottom to be this monster. Everybody loved him, and they're like, nope.
It all comes back to Roman.
It always comes back to Roman, man. Even now, all this whirlwind that just happened was just to come back to Roman getting the championship at the end of WrestleMania and everybody booing. That's how they go out.
And they're. Oh, Jesus Christ. It all comes back to Roman.
Let's talk about good things.
Okay.
Let's talk about AEW.
Alright, now that we got shit out of the way.
That crap out of the way.
Yeah, that bullshit out of the way.
AEW Revolution coming up. So, we're recording this the day before. So, what do you think is going to happen?
So, I think I'm going to get my money's worth. And you know what I love about AEW? Is when the show ends, I'm never angry. I'm never upset. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't wait till next week.
Yep.
Oh my god, that was good. I'm always texting you like, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, great.
They're firing on all cylinders right now. Yeah. For sure.
What I hate is I know it shouldn't matter. It's the ratings.
Yeah. The reason I keep an eye on ratings is because I want to see if the audience is growing. That's the biggest thing. Not if they're winning. I want to see if the audience is growing. I think for the time being, NXT is kind of plateaued.
Yeah.
So, but the AEW still has the possibility of getting bigger. You know what I mean? So that's why I always keep my eyes on is the audience getting bigger? Mm-hmm. Are we just stuck in 800 to 900,000 people? So, that's the important thing to think of. I think the day has a lot to do with it. If they were on a Thursday or even a Tuesday, it might be a little bit different. But like you said, it's always satisfying. It's always fun. It's always, I actually went back and watched the women's match from this past week, and I changed my mind about it. I liked it. What I liked about it was the fact that everybody got to show. It was a comedy match. Sure, it was a comedy match.
Everybody had a character.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody got to show personality. Yeah. You got to see Big Swole kind of having fun instead of just being buff girl. Mm-hmm. Like she was having some fun. Shanna, I think they're showing more of her when people are starting to really connect with her. Yeah. Which is good. Yuka is a fucking star. Like that's.
Oh my god, so fucking.
She's just a star.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, I was like they're doing a Stardom match on AEW. And at first I was kind of like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? These other... And then I realized, wait, Shanna, I think, worked in Stardom. And I think Big Swole probably spent some time in Japan. So after watching it again the second time, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to change my mind on this. This is actually... I watched it, and I was actually having fun, and I was laughing at the spots. And I was like, all right, you know what? And the right person won at the end of it. So it's just kind of like, all right, if they book more matches like this where girls kind of show off their who they are mm-hmm. and stick to that kind of, that kind of match, that kind of pace... They're going to be all right. They're going to be able to develop people.
I've heard that during that match, a lot of people that don't watch AEW in general or wrestling, they kind of stumbled upon it and they're like, "What is this? This looks fun. This looks,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it was a Stardom match. Like if I don't know if you watched Stardom. I watched Stardom. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. I was like, everybody got their shit in. There was a little bit of comedy in there. There was reversals upon reversals upon reversals. And that's what it is.
And there's a contrast right there with NXT and AEW. NXT is more...
American indie.
Yeah, more grounded, more serious. Yeah. And AEW, it seems like they're having fun.
I think that's the right approach for them as far as the women's division. I think there's been always a thing of, why aren't they as good as NXT? They're not as good as NXT. They're not as good. Okay.
That's fine.
Well, how about the NXT women's division is the women's NXT division? How about the AEW get their own rhythm and their own flow? Yeah. Of their type of matches. Maybe it is more like a Stardom. Maybe if they bring in more Mexican wrestlers, it'll get a little bit more of lucha in there.
Why do they have to be like NXT?
Exactly. It's like I watch NXT to watch NXT.
Yeah.
So if this is more towards their leaning, good. It's more fun. Yeah. So you get to like I said, the Nyla and Riho match was a great match. You finally got to see. Yeah, you know what I mean. So maybe it's finally the rest of the show is going. So maybe now the women's division can finally get flowing. They just, need some more parts in there.
Yeah.
Some more characters.
It's almost there.
We need more characters.
It's almost there. And
there's plenty of characters out there, chick-wise.
I think Nyla and Stylander are going to prove that they're on the right track.
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting one.
So, Kenny and Pac.
That was a great match.
Holy crap.
Fantastic match.
They did more in 30 minutes than WWE has done in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
To
that was
with
a brutal match.
Emotion, with how creative it was, my God,
I think people finally got to see Kenny. The people that have never seen that one that everybody's talking about, that version of Kenny, they finally got to see it, and the people who haven't seen it in a while finally got to see it.
It rekindled my love for Kenny. I'm like, this is the Kenny I've missed. And then a lot of people were just saying, like, oh, okay, this is the Kenny people were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And Kenny got himself over.
I mean, it was a matter of time.
Yeah.
So, does this lead you to believe that they're going to drop the tag team titles? And are you going to start this trajectory for him to his solo run?
So, what I think is going to happen is they're going to retain. The Young Bucks are going to turn. That losing, it's finally going to get to them like, we're the Young Bucks. We should be champions.
Okay.
And they're going to turn heel on Kenny and Hangman.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I was thinking about this on the way home. I think they're going to retain, but I think it's going to be or Kenny's going to do something that he didn't want to do.
Go completely...
Not completely heel, but do something heel-ish to get them to win.
Yeah.
To where,
something brutal.
Like Hangman's going to be like, come on, do it. Like, you want to be champion, still do it. And he's going to do something to Matt. Maybe use a chair or something. Something crazy, something brutal to where, at the end of it, Hangman's celebrating and Kenny's kind of like, fuck. And then that's going to start that dissension. And then the Young Bucks are like, what the fuck, what's going on? I thought it was supposed to be a fair match, because the Bucks were kind of heels this week.
Yeah, you don't need to resolve everything right now. The story's still progressing, you know? You don't have to have the climax right now, Revolution.
Yeah.
It's going to be a continuation, and I feel retaining's the right move. But like you said, in a brutal fashion where Kenny just...
does something out of his character.
There's that top rope one-wing angel.
Or something insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that'll, take out Matt.
And then Matt or Nick are like, what the... what?
Yeah, like, you won this way? Okay.
Okay.
I'll see how it is, yeah. Pac and, what is his name? Cassidy.
Oh, man, that's gonna...
How long do you think that's gonna go? 5 minutes? Cassidy gets shit in and then gets brutalized?
Yeah, it might be like a 5-10 minute match. Not 10 minutes, it's too long.
Yeah, that's way too long.
Cassidy's gonna get his shit in, and then Pac's gonna be like, dumbfounded.
Yeah.
And then, just brutalize him.
That crowd's gonna lose its mind.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that his first match should have been on Dynamite. That way the people lose their shit.
Do you know why? Because it's such a monumental thing that
you have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it. It should be done once a year at every pay-per-view. Because now we know Cassidy can wrestle.
Yep.
And where you go from there, sky's the limit with Cassidy. Let's see. Women's. I mean, Nyla just won.
Yeah, so she's probably gonna win.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else is up there? We did the tag team already. Oh, Sammy and Darby. Pretty much a match that could probably be the headline in a few years. Darby has to win, right? I guess he doesn't have to, but if you're riding the momentum, he has to win.
But the great thing about Darby Allin is he can need a loss and he'll still be as popular as ever.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking he's gonna win. I think that's a safe win.
And Sammy's so good that even in defeat, he's still likable. Awesome.
Yeah. So and he's young too. Like I said, both guys are young.
That's such a great match that whoever loses it won't take anything away from them.
All right, MJF Cody.
MJF.
Wow.
MJF is winning.
This is going to continue?
It's going to continue.
I can see MJF winning.
Yeah.
I can see MJF winning.
Because Cody has done everything perfectly.
I think this is going to be a brutal match, dude.
It's going to be a brutal match.
Yeah.
And then somehow MJF is going to pull it off.
Yeah.
And oh my god, that place is going to boom. And you solidify that motherfucker as a piece of shit. Like,
yeah, oh man, you're right then.
Yeah.
So that means Dustin's losing too then. It's going to be a good night for the Inner Circle?
It's going to be a heel night.
Alright. So, for sure, Hager's being the shit out of Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get to the main event of the evening. Jericho and Moxley. Now, leading up to this, I would have thought that it's time for Jericho to drop it. Now I'm not so sure, man.
I don't think
now I'm not so sure. Like, I'm not sure if Moxley wants to win it. Probably he's probably like, nah, let's keep making Jericho because he's too good.
Okay,
all his segments are the top,
all the best things. He's like
the highest rated.
Yeah, I don't think Moxley. I don't think Moxley wants to win it, and I don't think he's gonna win it. Moxley has a perfect record. He deserves a loss. Jericho is doing the best work he's done in his entire career.
Yes, for sure.
Dude, he's so fucking over. Like, everything he does is... And it'd be stupid to get the title off of him.
Yeah, I think he's too hot to take it off him. At first, I would be like, all right, Jericho, you've had your fun. Get the hell out of here. But now I'm just like, you know what, man? I can't see him losing yet.
And it makes the title more prestigious.
I think Jericho's going to hold it for a year.
Yeah, I think so too. Because
I can't wait to see him lose it and lose his mind from losing it. It's going to even put him even more over.
Yeah.
Like him losing it and like that next Wednesday showing up and just throwing a Jericho fit.
Yeah, firing Sammy.
Yeah, or like maybe whatever. Something funny, something crazy happening, and him like I said, having a fit is going to be some of the best TV that you're ever going to see. So I'm waiting for that. They definitely need to build that up for a year though. And so I guess finally, so
Dark Order.
Yeah, Matt showing up, yes or no? What do you think? Is this a Wednesday thing or is this a pay-per-view
No. This show has to end on a cliffhanger.
On a surprise?
On a surprise. I think Matt's going to show up.
Think he's going to show up?
Yeah. I think Matt's going to show up and he's gonna bring the Dark Order to the...
I'm total Russo right now. That's a TV moment, I think. That's the Russo thing, to give everything away on TV instead of pay-per-view. Because for some reason I think their audience is bigger on TV. I think it'll be a better thing on TV.
You'll get the buzz. You'll get the buzz of like, holy shit, Matt Hardy. I gotta check it out on Wednesday. You have the couple of days leading up, like...
I don't know, man. I think the debut thing should be done on TV.
I don't know. I think it should be done on pay-per-view because you got...
I mean, I wouldn't be so mad, but still, like, that. For some reason, I see that as a Dynamite thing. Like, something happening, the lights go out, obviously. You hear, like, a piano roll, everybody loses their mind, the lights come on, and he's there, Either
way, people are going to lose their minds.
Yeah, so... I guess we'll see, man. You might be right. Maybe he'll show up right at the end of the show or whatever at some segment.
Some people were saying CM Punk.
You never know.
People were legitimately, they were like, what if the Exalted went to CM Punk? And I'm like, oh, because he's not under a WWE contract.
You want to change the culture.
Yeah.
This is the way to do it.
He doesn't have to wrestle.
He doesn't have to wrestle.
He's done the cult leader gimmick before.
Yep. I mean, Seth ripping him off right now.
Yeah, dude. What better swerve? I'm not holding my breath.
It would be the greatest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm happy with either one, Matt Hardy or CM Punk. I'd rather have Matt Hardy because of the amount of goof that can come from Dark Order and Matt Hardy together. I would absolutely love it.
But CM Punk would be a monumental.
I think CM Punk maybe not Dark Order, maybe just him showing up for something would be big. Like maybe he cost Cody a match, something like that.
And they've kind of hinted at CM Punk wearing the luchador.
Oh, as like a Dark Order thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know, man. That would be amazing, but I'm not hanging my hat on that. I'm not holding my breath on that one.
That would change the landscape, dude.
I think the best thing everything that we're discussing, the best thing about everything is everything's still unpredictable. And you don't get that anymore with pro wrestling. Like NXT,
get that with WWE.
WWE, everything's too predictable. With this is like everything's unpredictable and you're almost nervous. But the result's still going to be like, okay, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just let it go through. But you get that tense nervous because you're so used to disappointment that like this is what you used to. You didn't know what was going to happen. Like Moxley and Jericho could go either way and you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Darby and Sammy can go either way. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Bucks and Kenny, you don't know what's going to happen. Statlander, and that one's a little bit kind of predictable, but it's still at the same time, you know what I mean? Like everything is a toss-up, and that's the best feeling. That's the best.
And the greatest feeling is knowing that I'm gonna be happy after.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, worth it.
Yep.
Worth it.
It's like as soon as they got rid of the Nightmare Collective, that was the only negative thing. Like, because some people were critical of the women's division, but that live crowd loved the women's division. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a nice contrast. Like, you know, the women's division sucks, but it's like, did you hear that crowd? That crowd loves Riho. That crowd loves Hikaru Shida. They love, you know, like everybody. The characters that are coming out now. They like Big Swole. They like everybody. It's just
and then
you just had to get rid of the Nightmare Collective.
They were that fucking fart that just showed up like, ah, damn it.
I'm still like, yeah, because that match with Riho and Statlander, the fact that they ruined it, and Brandy had to get her shit in there, and it's just like, you ruined what could have been a great match for both girls.
No, dude, that was the one.
What Nyla and Riho was, Statlander and Riho should have been.
Yeah, that was a big fucking blunder, and that ruined the Nightmare Collective. That soured a lot of people on AEW. So, but now everything's going. You know, you're back to fan service. Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah, honestly, that's the new landscape, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. It's like, oh, the fans are so fickle. All they want is just to be satisfied. I was like, well, yeah, you're the fans. You're supposed to
read Twitter in every segment that's been going on in AEW.
Yeah,
the fucking praise it gets, dude.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people want to piss off fans. Like, it's such a weird thing.
These are your customers. Let's piss them off.
Yeah. Boo! How dare they have opinions? It's like, dude, social media is a thing. Being critical is a thing.
That's what we all do.
It's not going backwards. It's going forwards. You know what? Like, if you want to get better at your stuff, maybe have your crowd leave happy. That's maybe, you know, give them what they want. I think the AEW is doing that, so that's why they're firing on all cylinders right now, and, you know, trajectory's up. See what happens.
You think we'll eventually get a New Japan AEW crossover?
If New Japan is smart.
Yes.
I think the ball's in their court.
Yeah,
right now AEW showing them that, like, okay, you're doing all right. We're doing great.
I think New Japan was just waiting for we have the confirmation. Yeah, we have 3 more years. Let's at least talk about it.
Everything's in place. Mm-hmm. Marty's in ROH. They're friends with him. He's a nice conduit between both of them. You want to, you know, be successful here. You want to, you know, create a buzz, do whatever. You know, like, what about if one of the Wrestle Kingdom nights is, you know, AEW versus New Japan?
Oh my god. Dude.
Or AEW and ROH versus, you know what I mean? Like, something like that, night 1, and then night 2 you have your New Japan stuff.
My dream thing is that, you know, Double or Nothing. If Mox ends up being champion, you get Okada.
Yeah, Okada and Mox.
Challenge. Oh.
Yeah. And, I mean, I don't think anybody would be surprised if Okada goes over. You know what I mean? Like, I think everybody knows Okada's the best wrestler in the world. God.
AEW champion, dude.
Why not?
Jesus, dude. That's it.
Yeah, I think that it's there. I think it'll happen.
Dude, all the money they're leaving on the table.
Maybe that'll be the big surprise tomorrow.
Okada showing up.
Somebody shows up from New Japan. Tanahashi.
LIJ. Oh,
Tanahashi shows up to challenge Jericho.
I have a heart attack.
Something. Naito shows up.
If the
Sonata doesn't have a contract.
If fucking Jericho's beating up Moxley, and then, you know, you prove yourself a New Japan Mox, so here's LIJ to help you out.
Yeah, something. Something fun.
Do it!
Ospreay shows up, challenges somebody. Marty shows up.
Marty, dude.
Marty and Flip show up and challenge Hangman and Kenny.
Oh.
You know, the possibilities are there. I think they need to, you know, take their head out of their asses and get this ball rolling now.
Yeah.
So help everybody out. ROH needs the help. For sure. New Japan
AEW's 2 hour now to just, you know.
You're going to have an extra hour of AEW soon. Why not?
You need 3 hours. I'm sorry. I never thought I would say that, but 2 hours is not enough.
Well, they're going to have that extra show, so that's going to be good. Nice little palate cleanser at the end of the week, hopefully.
2 hours of AEW is not enough. I'm just like, there's 30 minutes left? What?
Yeah, so, all right, man.
That's there enough price for AEW.
It's a good thing we ended with AEW this time instead of starting with it and then all pissed off on
WWE shit.
Yeah, but it'll be all new format. All right, guys, let us know what you think about anything we talked about. Any corrections that you would like to correct us on, go ahead in the comment section.
Yo, fuck. AEW's the best.
Well, Mark, subscribe and like, notifications and all that stuff. And thank you, guys. This has been Strong Midcard Podcast. No Strong Midcard channel. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Ciao.
One more for the good guy.